Go. Is that working? It is. So hopefully the backup recorder works and gets me and it syncs with stuff. My luck's not very good, apparently, just like in general, but today especially. So, we'll see if that happens. And figure it out. I'll figure it out later. It's fine. I guess I should thank Domil and Grim Press. I'm gonna put I think they're already up. Yeah, I got a pretty screen thing. Thank you for partnering with us. Here's your advertisement. I didn't write a script, and I'm sorry that I didn't write an advertising script. Although I might not even be recorded right now, so you're not gonna be that disappointed. Anyway, so it's fine. But yeah. All the maps. I mean, there's no maps. Don't worry about that. Are from Domil's Wondrous Works. Grim Press helped us with marketing. They're also just super nice people that I've worked with for a long time. Yeah, there's links and stuff on the screen. There should be if I click the right thing. I think I did. I haven't recorded anything with OBS in a long time, but we'll see. We'll see if that works. Yeah. That's all I got. Advertisement over. But yeah, let me click there we go. Cool. Okay, so yeah, last time we did like this crazy race thing with portals and lava and trucks, and it was just pretty much Mad Max in this setting before in a food truck relay, which didn't really make much sense, but it was pretty funny. And we're taking some of the characters from there and doing something a bit different. So you guys did win the race last time. Apologies to Gabe for this just very quick, confusing, out of context description. But did win the race last time. Won a bunch of money. I think it should actually be on your sheets under inventory where currency is. Not that it matters too much right now, but basically by accepting the money, you were kind of signed on to do jobs for them in the fine print, and you were sent to go fix one of their problems, which is that shipments aren't going through in the desert. They seem to just be disappearing or returning very damaged. So they told you to head out there and take a look. You're still in your food truck, which is good, I guess, since it's been repaired. It wasn't good before. It was about to explode last time, I think, by the end, along with you guys. But I think it was one person with one life remaining, I think, at the end of the last one. So it's a little close. But yeah, you're in your food truck. You're driving through the desert. It is, well, it's unpleasant because it's hot and sandy and windy. It's buffing against the front of the truck, rattling up and down. Food trucks aren't really made to drive through deserts, especially on dunes, and there's a lot of rattling and things sliding around with all the cooking equipment back there. Dim is just sort of panicking. Your cook is panicking to just grab things and keep them from sliding around the truck. Every time you hit a dune, everything just sort of goes up in the air for a second and falls back down. It's very unstable back there as things bounce around and make a bunch of noise. I assume Hector is driving. Correct me if I'm wrong. Is Hector driving?
Well, for me, of course. Yeah.
Yes, of course.
I mean, Dim's definitely not.
Dim's definitely not driving. I guess I will ask if Gabe, you'd like to describe what Rex looks like. If not, I can do it. I know I picked an avatar. You had a very short amount of time to make a character, and that's my fault. But actually, I kind of just
you can hear me still, right?
Yeah.
Cool. Why don't you narrate what Rex looks like, and I can kind of follow that to make sure I'm, in canon, as it were.
In canon, my goodness, you're wow. You are okay. You got it. Cool. Let me pull up the picture. There we go. So Rex is a green bird with an orange beak. Is wearing I guess that is I'll say a leather jacket. And is for lack of a better term description, kind of jacked. from my understanding at least.
The most muscular bird you've ever seen.
Most muscular bird in history, probably, at least ever to be in this desert. I guess it's it's weird because the artist for this one doesn't give the birds wings; they just kind of have arms. So, would you say that Rex has arms that are like, or wings that sort of become hands at the end, or is it more of like they're just arms?
I think, I think that the wings are the arms, are the hands, kind of, cartoon anatomy. So yeah.
Okay, so there's wings and feathers, but they just kind of become hands at the end. Gotcha. Cool. I'll do quick descriptions of the other two of you because that seems to make sense. We'll do alphabetical. I'll start with Dim, who is I guess I'll just go with tree stump, part of a tree that came to life, that has a mouth and limbs, and is sort of a light pink, and I don't even know, is that maroon? That's not right.
No.
Not maroon.
It's like a brown.
Like a brown pink mixture. Has a notch in between the eyes from another axe wound, supposedly. Are you wearing an apron?
No.
No, you didn't last time, so I guess I shouldn't really be surprised.
I did describe the darker coloration on his trunk to be grease stains rather than different colors in the wood.
Right. It's not a coloration of like natural wood colors. It's just
just grease.
Gotcha. Cool. Good to know. And then we'll move on to Hector, who is self-described as purple emo style purple hair, I think, is what it says in your character sheet.
Purple-ish.
Sorry, purple-ish emo hair. Oh, I don't know why it collapsed all your stuff. Did you collapse your stuff?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I opened your sheet and it had like an eye with a line through it through all of them. I'm like, what happened to your sheet?
I mean, it's so long. I have to be able to see.
Yeah. So on the top left, like above your picture, you'll see like a table of contents icon. If you click that, you can jump. You can jump to wherever you want.
Okay.
Yeah. So you don't have to deal with. Yeah. It is. They're working on it again. Early access. This is what it does at the moment. They've got like 1 million requests. I know they're working on a bunch of stuff. I guess I should stop advocating for Roll again. We're not sponsored by Roll. I don't know anybody there, although they have been super nice to me, but I don't really know them. That's where we're at. But yeah, bright blue hoodie, emo purplish style hair. I gotta remember the ish. My apologies.
Yeah, that's a big distinction.
The hoodie has a big H on it. I'm assuming for Hector, and and yeah, I think I actually got that wrong last time.
Yeah, you said it was for the company, which
it was for hoax. Yeah, that would be weird. Can you switch back? There we go. Cool. Oh, right. And Silver's in here. That was our player who could not make it this evening. Whose character sheet I almost clicked on for no reason by accident. There we go. Yeah. So lots of noise. It's very noisy right now. Very quiet outside of the truck, but inside of the truck just rattling as Jim just runs around and grabs stuff. I guess, are you cooking anything right now, Dim?
Am I cooking anything? I'm so sorry. Yeah, probably. Let's see.
You don't have to apologize. You took like a second to answer me. It's okay.
I
Let's
apologize
see.
because it just didn't acknowledge that you were talking to me. It's like, oh,
whatever.
that's me.
It's okay.
Let's try for some chocolate chip cookies.
You're making chocolate chip cookies.
Yes.
Okay. So I don't have it open right now. You do though. Tell me how many successes chocolate chip cookies is.
It needs 4.
4. Okay, so go ahead and roll cook,
Okay.
which is like crazy. It's like 76 for you, I think.
Yeah, that's only 3 successes.
So you, what happened to your chocolate chip cookies? Did you burn your chocolate chip cookies?
Yeah.
Okay.
They got a little overcooked.
Overcooked. Yeah, you were trying to.
Yeah, that's good. That means she's actually gonna offer, because if it goes well, she doesn't.
That's true. Anytime you make decent food, you just keep it to yourself.
I was gonna say I'll offer them around.
Oh, okay. So you start passing it. Hector, Dim walks behind you and just sort of puts a cookie over your shoulder. It looks kind of burnt. Do you take the cookie?
I mean, yeah, sure. Hopefully, this.
It's not that burnt. It's a 3 out of 4, so it could be worse.
Rex looks out for the most burnt one because he likes them that way.
Okay, fair enough. I assume Dim hands Rex the most burnt cookie without question, trying to get rid of the cookies anyway.
Yep.
Nice. Cool. Well, you can always try again if you're trying to make something else while you guys are traveling. And you do have a cooking kit, so you don't technically have to be in the car to make stuff. Unless it's like crazy elaborate, I guess. But yeah, so it kind of smells like cookies. Still very loud, but it kind of smells like cookies. So it's a little bit more pleasant as you're driving through the desert. The location they gave you was kind of just an area because they're not really sure what's going on or where the problem is. So you're driving for a while. After a bit, it does start to get dark, and well, it's the desert. So when it gets dark, it's just crazy cold, kind of out of nowhere. It just shifts from "oh my god, please go down, you stupid sun" to "why is it so cold?" very, very quickly. Eventually, you'll have to stop, unless you don't want to. I guess you could drive through the night. That's up to you guys. I guess I'll ask. Do you want to rest or just keep? Hey, we're going for it.
Do the headlights work?
Yeah, headlights work. You got everything fixed. They were definitely destroyed last time, but they work now.
I mean, I'll keep cooking so it'll keep us nice and warm in the food truck. So
true. Yeah,
I'm fine
use
with
that.
going.
I mean, it probably in lieu of a heater, of which it has a heater, but yeah.
Yeah, I'm fine with warm, not with toasty, extra burn. So be careful.
Excuse me?
Don't burn the kitchen, basically.
Don't set the kitchen on fire.
Oh, yeah. Well, I wouldn't do that.
Okay. Sure, yeah.
I mean, I'm not saying you would intentionally.
Look, I emptied the grease trap. I don't know what else you want from me.
And you burned the only allies we had for Pillar Day.
Were they really allies?
They were nice to us.
Until they weren't.
Because you threw a bunch of grease to them and you set them even more on fire than they even were.
I don't think I started that. I think I continued it after they had already turned against us.
Oh well, details. So yeah, I guess we go through the night.
Okay. If it's good with all three of you, Rex, any input on resting versus driving through the night? Sorry, a lot of this is
more than happy to keep going.
All right, just checking. Again, sorry that they're playing older characters. It's probably a little confusing. But yeah. Through the night it is. It's cold, but I mean the truck does have a heater, and if you're turning the oven on, it's not too bad. It's really just getting tired as you drive, but yeah, you keep going and get through cover a decent distance in the amount of time, well, in a much less time, I guess, because you're driving through the night. While you're driving, why don't everybody roll listen for me? That is under observe on your sheets. Jump over to observe and you'll see listen on there. You can roll. What'd you say? I'm sorry.
I got 2.
2?
I got 2 as well.
2? That's easy to remember.
And then anytime we roll a 6, we mark off the point, right?
Yes. If you get a triumph, tick off your ability point on observe, the little diamonds underneath it where it says observe AP, so you can maybe increase stuff. I know this is kind of a one shot, but well, we said that last time, and you're playing the characters again, so I don't know, maybe not. Rex, you what'd you get?
I got 4, 5, 1, so 2 successes.
Cool. Everybody got 2 successes. Okay. Thanks, guys. That's really easy to remember. Cool. Yeah. So as you're driving through the night, you start to hear the wind pick up. Not that weird. And then get faster and faster and sort of start buffeting the side of the food truck. Because the walls are so thin and because it's a food truck, the glass panels on either side just start to rattle a little bit. Well, more than they already were. They were kind of rattling already from just driving. It's kind of sensitive. But yeah, the wind is blowing a lot harder. And then you start to hear something hitting your rooftop. You assume it's rain, but it's a little bit louder than rain. And then I'll say probably Hector sees it first. It's starting to hail. Like you see a small ice cube just sort of bounce off the hood of the truck, and then they just start falling.
Does it look like it will be trouble?
I mean, they're falling down quickly. They are small. Really only would cause actual damage, I guess, to the truck. I mean, you keep driving through it anyway. If they got bigger.
Yeah, okay, I'll keep an eye out to see if it gets bigger.
Yeah, you got it. So you keep driving for a bit. It keeps starting and stopping. Like you'll start getting hit by hail, the wind, and then it'll just sort of fade and everything will be calm for a bit, and then you'll get hit again, just going in and out of these weird cold, not fronts. Cold fronts isn't the right description. I don't know. It's cold areas. As you keep getting hit by hail, it calms down and then it happens again. After a while, it does just stick around. As you get closer to the destination, the hail gets worse and it does get a bit larger. I'd say probably the size of like your palm. So pretty big.
Yeah, that's quite big.
Just bouncing off the truck, starting to make dents in the exterior, not actually doing any damage to, any of the parts that are making it that would make it stop. But
The paint.
Yeah, not good for paint. Maybe a little worried about the windows, as it's just you just start to hear them slam into the side of the glass. Nothing is cracked yet, but they're just slamming into the side of the walls, hitting the hood of the car and the roof. It's very loud. Yeah. But it's warm inside the truck, so,
Is it still getting bigger as we go?
It's really hard, like, just to see at this point, but it seems to be staying the size it was, about your palm size, which is still big for hail. But at the moment, not too, not like gigantic.
Rex, maybe you wanna stick your hand out the window, see if you can grab one of the falling ice shards.
Sure. Do I need to roll or?
Well, you definitely don't need to roll to get hit by hail right now, but to catch one, yeah, I guess so. It is pretty windy. So that would be finesse, and I believe.
Well, my finesse is 3, so.
Yeah. I'm trying to look for. Yeah, just roll finesse. So it would be just 3d6.
3, 5, 4, 2 successes.
2 successes. Okay. Yeah, they're big enough. So you stick your head. I assume you just slide open one of the windows. Probably the only one that does slide open, which is awkwardly, precariously behind where the stove is, like where the range and like the flat top are. So you sort of climb over it and look out, and just get hit in the head a couple times by hail, which is not fun. But then you sort of close your eyes and just reach your arm out and manage to catch one. Pull yourself back inside of the van.
Rex isn't always the most socially aware, so he puts the window all the way down, even though you can stick your hand out without putting the window all the way down. So some people inside might have gotten hit too.
Oh, okay. Well, Dim's definitely back there, so Dim probably, yeah. Dim, you'd have to step aside anyway because, well, he kind of has to climb past you to get to the window. So you're hit by hail. Hail gets inside the cabin. It just hits you right in the head. Because I guess you're not very tall.
No.
Just bounces off your head. Yeah, you definitely you got one. It is, I would say, probably the size of your hand now. So they are larger.
For the car's sake, are we going to be able to get to safety in time before something does get damaged?
Well, are we even? Where are we going to begin with? We're just in the middle of nowhere. Do we know if there's like a destination, or are we just hoping there is?
They gave you a general location, kind of like a radius, because they're just like losing things in that area, and you've already entered the like area they gave you, as of like probably an hour ago or so. It's just a big area because they don't know what's going on. Like
I don't think there's gonna be like shelter somewhere out here.
Yeah, we either stop and hope that the hail stops or drive out of it.
But is Zagrani with us?
Is it running with you? Is that what you asked?
I'm sorry, didn't pronounce that right. Is the granny the shooter with us?
Oh.
Oh, okay.
Matilda?
Yes.
She's not up there, right?
No, she's not.
I was thinking that earlier.
She's
I
not
don't
with
think
you.
we have her anymore.
Yes. No,
she is not doing well.
For context, again, she was on the roof of the truck during the last the last game, during the race, and shooting other vehicles with all sorts of things, mostly crossbows and machine guns and whatever else you guys had. I don't remember. But no, she's not up there. She's not with you. That would have been really funny if she just climbed in, though.
Just all beat up.
All beat up. No, she's not with you.
Okay. So because this is like quite a chunk of ice, as it hits the ground, does it stay there? Is that gonna puncture tires, or does it break, or what happens?
So you see it like hit the sand in front of you. Again, it's really hard to see just because your vision's obscured. You just kind of see, well, hail, a bunch of hail and rain and everything blocking your sight. But it's not. It seems to just be sticking in the sand, like sort of falling. They're not sharp pieces. They're more round. So you're not really worried about puncturing a tire, although it's possible if you get one that's particularly, not round.
So what do you guys think? Should we park for a second, or we just push through, or we can just turn around, go in the morning?
I think we've already gone too far to turn back. I'd only pull over if there was like a place that had like cover for the car, because if we stop, it's still gonna come down on us. We might as well be trying not run it.
All right, I'll drive, but a bit slower because the speed is probably not good for the windshield.
Okay. Hector, for one of the first times ever, slows down. As you
Yeah,
all
I don't want the
continue
ice
forward.
on my face.
Cool. Slow down and continue ahead. Yeah, it stays probably about the size that it was for the next couple hours as you get further into this area they gave you. I'd say around then you would see well, a cliffside is the easiest way to describe it. It's a little bit further away. You probably think another 30-ish minutes or so you could get there at the speed you're going now. But you can kind of see it in the distance. It kind of just looks like darkness, but sort of blurry behind the hail. But you can tell that it's like a large rock structure or formation just ahead of you.
When cliffside, you mean like a fall, or is like a cliff, like a wall?
Like a wall. At least from this distance, you'd have to get closer to make other things out. It's just far away still.
I mean, I guess that's the only way to go.
No, I mean you can check different parts of the area they gave you. That's just what's ahead of you. Like you can head east or west
Do I
as
see
well.
anything east or west?
Desert and hail at the moment, but that doesn't mean, it's really just a matter of do you want to avoid it or do you want to go that direction? That's all.
Well, I'll go in that direction. I think I won't crash into it. Just
I didn't think you were gonna crash into it.
because you could just said avoid it as if I was gonna hit it.
Oh no! I just meant like go a different direction, like steer away. I mean, it's hard to
Okay.
see, but you're not. I'm not saying you're gonna crash into it.
That, I mean, if there's no objections, I'll keep going.
Okay, I didn't
I'm
hear
fine
any
with that.
objections, so
Yeah.
I guess I guess it's fine. Cool. You stay. What did I say? North. Stay north. I know directions. Shut up. I know directions. Stay north and keep going, toward the cliff face. And yeah, I'd say about 30 minutes or so, you get close enough to actually see it in a bit more detail. It is still very dark, so you have to get pretty close, but you pull up to it, put the truck in park, and look at it. It is very tall, and completely flat for the most part. There are smaller rocks on the edges of it that break off. Yeah, I guess I'll ask if you're getting out of the truck, and then I'll, roll for looking around or searching for things, or if you're just stopping and you're staying in the truck. It is still hailing.
Hmm.
But yeah,
And
right
were
now
you
kind of
looking
just looks
for
like a
why
cliff.
shipments have gone missing?
I'm sorry, what'd you say?
They're looking for the why shipments have gone missing.
Yes.
Okay. I'll poke around. Would that be a discern or a find?
Yeah, it would be fine if you're looking for things. I guess you're just gonna get hit in the face with a bunch of hail for a little bit when you walk around the cliff itself. Yeah, go ahead and roll find. Are the other two of you doing the same, or are you chilling in the truck and just sort of
I'm
watching?
gonna continue to cook.
Okay, what are you making?
Let's go with some grilled cheese.
Grilled cheese. Okay. Go ahead and roll for grilled cheese. Roll cook, I guess.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be plenty. 6 successes. I only needed 2.
Yeah, I feel like that'll work. Yes. So you watch Rex climb out of the back of the truck, and opt to instead make grilled cheese and start. What kind of bread did you use? What kind
Sourdough.
of cheese? Is it multiple
Sourdough,
kinds of cheese?
yeah, of course. Some cheddar,
Okay.
some Gouda. Throw some hot sauce in there.
Cool,
Maybe
cool.
some pickles.
You got it. You just, I guess you pocket your grilled cheese.
I have a
Pickles and
little
grilled cheese?
pickles in a grilled cheese is delicious.
I didn't know that was a thing.
It is in fact a thing.
It is one of my favorite ways to eat grilled cheese. I think that I have like a little like cooler, not a cooler, but like an insulated bag that I just pack it into.
All right, I guess I'll let that happen. I don't remember approving
I'm in a
insulated
kitchen.
bag, but I'm just kidding. I don't care. Cool. Yeah, you throw it in your bag, and I guess I'll ask before we finally let Rex roll. I guess, Hector, what you're up to?
I guess Hector will try to take a nap. He's been driving the whole day.
Well, and most of the night. It's the middle of the night at
Yeah.
the moment, so
It's
totally.
a better shot I can get to
Sort
have.
of lean on the steering wheel and just just fall asleep.
Yeah.
Cool. No problem. No roll required to sleep, so you're good. So we'll go to Rex out in the hail, looking around the cliffside. Go ahead and roll find for me.
Yep, 4, 3, 4, 2 successes.
2 success. Why is everybody? Everybody's getting 2 successes. Cool.
I just got 6, thank you very much.
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry. You needed 2 successes. You got 6. That's my bad. Cool. So you walk around for a little bit. Probably you're walking pretty slowly just because of the hail and because you're trying not to get too far away from where your friends are and where the truck is. Looking around, mostly just an empty cliff for the most part. But after a few minutes, you do notice an opening in the cliffside. Just looks like a cave.
I will, like, very carefully kind of try to peek inside, but not going in yet.
Yeah, we'll make this part of the same roll. You just lean in and look. It's dark, but you can see a little bit, just from the natural light of the moon and the stars. It's still dark, but you look in, and it goes on for a little while. It kind of just looks like an empty cave. You just can't see the end of it. Don't really hear anything. Well, besides hail.
I will, like, grab a thing of hail from somewhere on the floor, and then I'll, like,
Okay.
toss it in to see if it hits anything, and hoping that if it does hit something, the hail gives me plausible deniability.
Okay, fair enough. You pick up a piece of hail and throw it inside of the cave. I'm guessing hard enough to look for like a back wall. Like you're just sort of
Right.
Gotcha. So you throw it pretty hard. You oddly don't hear it hit anything. Like, you don't hear a sound after you throw it.
Wow. So I'll report back to the other members in the truck, and just what I found. I won't go in without backup.
Gotcha. So Rex comes back, climbs back into the truck. The truck smells like cheese now, and still kind of like cookies. It's weird. It's a weird combination of smells. As you climb in, and relays to, I guess, just Dim that information because Hector's asleep.
You said there's a dark cave? I've got just the thing, and I'm gonna try to make, I don't know how to pronounce that, but it's the menu item with the chicken on it.
The menu item with the chicken on it.
Yeah. You give me things that I can't pronounce.
Oh yeah, it's on purpose.
I know.
Oh, coq au vin. Okay. It's French chicken.
And that
okay.
would be 6 successes.
You got it exactly? Oh my god. What a lie. You're cheating.
All right. Now we can see in the dark. Well, one of us can.
Yeah, somebody has to eat it. It is really funny though. You like making a chicken and then pulling it out of the oven and just saying, "Now we can see in the dark," with no context, just holding a chicken.
I will happily eat the food. We want to like? Do I have a way to like radio back to the party if like I need a bear or something?
I think we should probably all go together. So we should probably wake up. You're just going to have to guide the way because you're going to be the only one that can see.
Alrighty. Well, I'll take a nap too, so we can all be rested, and whenever we wake up, we will do the thing.
Okay. I will also take a nap.
Okay. Naps all around.
Mm-hmm.
Is the idea, so do you want to sleep until morning or you just sleep in a couple hours? Is it a power nap or like a
Power nap, probably.
Up to you.
If we wait till morning, the hail might stop, right?
Yeah.
I mean, Hector was of the idea of taking a power nap, but if you don't wake him up, he's not gonna wake up. He always says he's
shut my
gonna
eyes
take
for
a
a
nap,
minute.
but yeah.
I guess we can try to wait out the hail, so because I mean the cave's going to be dark regardless of morning or night.
Yeah, I'm down to wait it out.
Yeah,
All
me
right.
too.
Cool. So everybody gets some rest and falls asleep in the truck. Let's see. Give me a second. Don't worry, nothing's happening. I'm just switching to a different sheet. I promise.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one where he can kill us all.
You'll see it in the recording, assuming it works. I'm not doing anything. All right, it's fine. I'm on one of your sheets. It's fine.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You just sound more guilty.
I know.
He's
The more
picking
I try to
someone
explain myself, it's more guilty. It makes me sound more guilty. Okay, so Dim, as you fall asleep, God, your name every time.
I'm sorry, what's wrong with my name?
As you fall asleep, you start to have weird dreams. You don't really, they're not like anything you can put a purchase on. Like, it's more just weird images. You're just uncomfortable. It's more restless sleep for a little bit. The hail is kind of like rain hitting the metal of your truck in that it's kind of oddly peaceful as it starts to slow down through the night and just get smaller and then eventually just become rain. It sort of lulls you to sleep. But you're moving around a lot. accidentally kick Rex in the head once. You know, like you're very, you're very unsettled. And in the middle of the night, can you go ahead and roll endure for me?
Oh no.
It's under Moxie, so it should be 3 for you. That's what I was looking for. Allegedly.
That is 3 successes.
3 successes. Okay.
Yeah.
So you're having trouble getting settled, and you're just like, oh my god, I guess I'm just not gonna fall asleep. But you're ready to give up. So you open your eyes, and you sit up, and you look around, and you're not in the truck.
Oh.
You seem to be just, well, on a mattress. It feels like, in a tiny hotel room.
Okay.
And you look down, and look around and just try and figure out where you're at. And the mattress itself is well, it's made of marshmallows.
Dim starts getting cold sweats.
Okay, you start sweating. Not a good combination with marshmallows.
Just hyperventilating a little bit.
Hyperventilating, okay. Yeah, you got a door across from you as you're just on this weird marshmallow bed. And the door just starts rattling, like something's trying to get in.
There you go. Can I look around? Is there anything I can arm myself with?
You look to your left, and there is a nightstand with a spatula on it.
Okay, I'll grab the spatula.
Just
I know how to work this.
A rusty metal spatula.
Perfect.
Yeah. Pick up your spatula. You got it.
And I will brace myself for whatever's about to come through the door.
Yeah, you sit there for a second. The rattling gets louder. And then it just stops. I mean, you're still uncomfortable.
Yeah, I'm still very tense.
You're just grasping desperately onto this spatula, sitting there looking around. Other than the bed being weird, the room itself is fine. It's nice-ish. It's nice enough. You're definitely on the top floor of some building because the ceiling is angled. Just uncomfortable.
Okay. Is there a window?
Yeah, there's a window to your left, like right by where the nightstand is.
I'm gonna look outside the window.
Yeah, you start to lean over, and then you realize you're stuck to the bed. You can kind of see out the window.
Can I pry myself off with the rusty spatula?
You start peeling off marshmallow.
Yeah.
A sentence I don't think I thought I would say, but that's where we're at. With a spatula. Start peeling off marshmallow with the spatula. Sort of trying to detach yourself and climb off the bed. Yeah, there's not really a roll associated with that. It just doesn't work. You keep like trying to scrape it off and your arm's stuck, and then you switch arms to the other side and it's your leg is stuck, and you can't just, the more you move around, the more difficult it gets, and then eventually you just can't move.
Yeah, I think that I am starting to panic a little bit more. And making the situation a little bit worse.
Meanwhile, Rex, you're in the truck. And like Dim just keeps kicking you in the head and like in the shoulder, and you're just trying to sleep, and it's just a lot. It's a lot of movement.
Does Dim look like that is something? Do I perceive something to be wrong?
Well, I would say yes, because you sit up after getting kicked in the head for the 3rd time. And look down at Dim, who is rolling around on the floor of the truck, just saying the word s'mores really softly. Seems to be holding a spatula, just rolling around. Seems uncomfortable.
I'll shake Dim and be like, Hey, stop cooking in your sleep. We need to actually sleep right now.
Okay, you go to shake Dim. Dim, go ahead and no, I'm not gonna make you roll for it.
Okay.
It doesn't really make sense. Somebody's actively waking you up. You just wake up. You're sideways. Actually, I'll say you're on your stomach, holding a spatula, just face down on the truck as you hear, like, you start to hear a voice. You're stuck to the bed, and then you start to get up, and then the bed just catches on fire, and you just start to lose it, and then you wake up. You're confused because you don't see anything, and then you realize you're just on your stomach.
Do I remember?
Remember what, the dream?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, then I think I wake up screaming.
Okay, you wake up screaming.
Sorry for waking up. I didn't mean to scare you.
I'm just looking around frantically, making sure there's no marshmallows nearby.
You look around. No, you know that you would never stock marshmallows in the truck. You feel comforted by that.
Okay. Then I'll probably start calming down a little bit. I don't necessarily want to talk about my dream.
Okay.
I offered him a burnt cookie.
I don't want that.
I eat the burnt cookie.
Rex nicely starts to hand you a burnt cookie, leans down and looks at you very concerned, and then just denied, just eats it whole. Cool. I would guess that woke everybody up because you're screaming when you woke up, and it's a small truck, especially without the hail as it does come to a stop around this time. I'll say we're close to dawn, but you both probably, or you all, now that Hector's also awake.
Well, I don't know. How heavy of a sleeper is Hector?
I mean, it was
Very heavy sleeper.
Very
Unlike
heavy?
His parents. Yeah, his parents are very light sleepers, but he's a very heavy sleeper. But I think a scream is enough.
Yeah, I would say a scream probably wakes most people up. We'll say it wakes you up for a second, and then you just go back to sleep. When you like look around, you take stock of the situation, and you're like, everybody's fine, and then you go to sleep.
Okay.
Everybody goes back to sleep much more comfortably this time. Dim, I will say you have a lot of trouble going back to sleep. But you do manage to after a little bit. And then everybody wakes up again in the during the actual morning this time.
Well, shall we go cave diving?
Is the truck gonna fit in the cave?
Is the truck gonna fit in the cave? You don't know. You haven't seen the cave.
Well, I'll ask Rex to lead us there.
And I'll lead them to the cave. And I imagine, like, I'll time the eating of the food to give me the dark vision, so we have the most use of it.
It's 24 hours, so you're good.
Oh, cool. What do I see with inside the cave as I bring him inside it?
Yeah, so you lead them to the cave. The morning is somehow already very hot, but more humid than anything at the moment. It's strangely not dry heat yet, even though you're in the desert, probably from all the rain and hail last night. Lead them to the cave, which is nearby, and on your way, eat a whole chicken as breakfast, as one does. And when you make it there this time, the cave is crystal clear. Just to you, not to the other two, because it is still very dark on the inside, even though it's light out. And you just start to... Well, I assume you're going inside because you said peruse. You walk in and look around. And yeah, you see... you do see a wall, but then... As you get closer to it, it's kind of just a sharp turn, like a really sharp turn that goes to the left. And then it just keeps going. Seems to go on for a while. in answer to the previous question, the truck would technically fit in the first part of the cave, but not further down. Like, you could park it in there, but that's about it.
I'll keep going around the corner until I see something of interest.
Yeah, I guess I'll park it or in reverse in case we gotta leave quickly.
You're gonna back in the truck,
Yeah.
I guess is what you mean. Okay, gotcha. Yeah, okay, so roll for K turn. No, I'm just kidding. You back you back in the truck.
I mean, it's a hard maneuver.
I mean, not for Hector.
Yeah, of course not.
No, definitely
He only
not.
drives in the track. He does K turns all the time.
Yeah, you're good. You just do it. You back in, get out of the truck. And I assume you both just follow Rex as he banks left and starts walking. It starts to get just super narrow. Like, you get further in, and then you notice that you're the walls just get closer and closer the further you go down. To the point where Rex says you're leading the way, and then the two of you behind him are just sort of blindly following.
Stumbling.
Yeah, you can see him. Like, you can, because you're close enough to him to sort of see where he is generally, but you can't, like, really see your surroundings very well.
You said that I had like a cooking kit with me. Do I have like a kitchen torch?
Yeah, sure.
All right, I'll pull the torch out and just use it as another light source.
It's not gonna be great, but I'll give you like immediate.
Well, it'll
vicinity.
stop me from tripping.
Yeah. So it'll allow you and Hector to see a little bit at least, so you're not falling over each other, and really just to keep up with Rex as he just walks forward. But yeah, as you get further in, Rex, you just notice like your shoulders start to hit the walls, like it's just getting tighter and tighter.
Do I see any signs of tracks? And it does look like a natural cave, right? It doesn't look like a artificially made or drilled cave, right?
No, it looks natural. As far as tracks, yeah, because you can see clearly, I'm not gonna really, and it's a small area, I don't think there's really a roll required for this. You don't see any besides your own at the moment. You just kind of see your own footprints and, you know, your party's footprints.
Do we eventually hit a point where we can't move further because it gets smaller and smaller?
No, you can keep moving. It'll get to a point where you have to sort of walk sideways to continue, just like awkwardly. It slows you down, but you can keep going. It's just uncomfortable.
I don't know, team. What do you want to do?
I say we keep going.
I don't like tight spaces, but I'll push through.
At this point, Rex will say a bear and then like jump on one of them, but then we'll go back to leading the way forward.
Okay. I guess Tim's behind you, so Tim just gets very scared for a second because he cannot see,
just
and
falls
then just
over a
and then
bit.
just heard a bear, and then saw something jump. But realized it was just a joke and moved forward. Yeah, it's awkward going side to side for a little bit. Eventually it does open back up just enough to just walk normally. And then Rex, I will say, you, as you're stepping forward, relieved to be a little bit more comfortable, you notice your foot hits something.
I look to see what it is.
Yeah, you look down, and it's a ball of hail. Looks familiar.
Oh, wow. I guess. Wait a minute. If I threw it, oh wow, traveled far.
I don't think sand makes much of a sound. Are we still on sand?
Are you still what? I'm sorry.
On
Still
sand.
inside? On sand. Yes, you are on sand.
Okay.
That's probably why it didn't make a sound.
Yeah, that part. The only strange thing really is that it's not melted at all. Like it's not like it's freezing temperatures in here. I mean, it's actually it's cooler than outside, obviously, but the hail's like the exact same size.
Trippy. I'll kind of hold it near the cooking torch and see if it starts to melt.
Yeah, you turn around and hold it near the torch that Dim is holding, and wait a second. You look at it closely for about 30 seconds. Doesn't seem to, you don't see water start to fall. You kind of just see a warped version of your reflection in it, in the flame.
Is the hail that we, on the way here when we were probably stepped over hail, was it melting normally?
Yeah. I mean, you would have noticed as well when you stepped out of the truck. Yeah, it was just sand.
Hmm.
May try and break it.
I'll try. Yeah, trying to break it in half. Does it?
Yeah. Are you gonna like throw it at the wall or like snap it or like try and twist it? How are you breaking it? Stepping on it maybe?
Stepping on it. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, you put it on the sand and just stomp on it. Go ahead and roll strength for me. Regardless, it's gonna hurt your foot, but
I get 1 success.
1 success. Okay. So you stomp as hard as you can on this large piece of hail, and you feel just the pain shoot up through your foot, your leg, and then right up to your waist, and you just feel your back just tighten and step back for a second. You look down. It did crack a little bit, but it looks a little bit different. Like, I guess clearer? More like crystal or glass than ice as you damage it.
I'll kind of look at it. And yeah, I'll pocket it for now unless anyone has any other experiments they want to run on it.
Do you want me to try to shoot it with my phaser?
May try and lick it.
We have two pitches. One is shoot it with a phaser, and the second one is lick it.
All right, we'll try to lick it first, and then I'll try to shoot it with my phaser.
I offer it to Dim the lick.
Oh no, I don't want to lick it.
I offer it to Hector to lick.
All you, buddy. All you.
I probably doing a very bad impression, pretend to lick it, but then offer it for the phaser.
You hold it close to your face. Luckily, your back is sort of away from them, so you can kind of fake, fake lick it. I'm not really going to require a contested roll for seeing if them noticing you like it.
I want to make sure that you lick it.
Oh,
yeah,
you're
I need to
intently
know.
looking at it? Okay.
Because I'm anticipating
Okay.
what's going to... I think that Hector might be onto something.
Is this a high object roll of sorts?
This would be deceive under charm, and for dim it would be doubt.
What is that? Oh, okay. That's 3 successes.
3. A lot of low rolls today.
Alright, I only have 2 dice. Let's see what happens. A 4 and a 1.
1 success. Dim, something's not right. You don't think his tongue made contact with that hail?
I don't think you licked that.
Like, Rex will, hit his head against the wall and then finally just, give it a lick.
Just pump himself up. I like it. Cool. After being caught for not trying to like the pretty much just water and dirt that now has more dirt on it from the ground. Rex, you lick the hail. I'm saying a lot of weird sentences today. I guess I should be used to it. It's weird. It doesn't I mean, it tastes the way you expected it to. It's just like water. Just tastes like water. But then you feel almost like an electric shock go through your body. It's like a jolt. It's not keeping your, you're not adhered to it or anything. You just sort of pull it away from you as it just jolts. And Dim, as you're watching very closely, you notice the feathers on Rex's head just stand up.
Do you think I shouldn't shoot that?
That was an electrifying experience. One of you are taking the next strange object.
Yeah, I'll lick the next thing. It's fine. We have to take turns. It's only fair.
Rex, actually, I don't know if this is like off track, but I'll see the gas torch, right? It runs on some sort of fuel, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is the fuel decreasing at a typical rate, or is the fuel not diminishing over time? If that makes sense.
I guess the only way you could really tell by looking at it would be like the flame itself, which has just stayed steadily on.
Basically, what I'm trying to see is if other things in the cave are not changing over time at the rate we would expect, because we expected this to melt given the amount of time. Everything else, the flame doesn't seem to be taking on any weird properties, or the fuel isn't taking on any weird properties as far as I can tell.
No, not at the moment. It seems to just be the weird thing is the hail.
I did realize just now that I am holding a flame. Should I try to melt it?
That's the first thing that was tried, I believe.
Right.
Yeah.
Could we? Oh.
Yeah, I put it near the flame.
Oh, yeah. Okay. I was like, I guess I just didn't think about that. I did forget that I was holding fire.
Yeah.
Okay.
Rex will continue forward in the cave. In his head, he is trying to think of the best resume language to describe this event should the employer ask. Made scientific tests on strange phenomena using novel methods.
Hey, do you have a notebook out, or are you writing this down? Just like add to resume and then just
I'm probably just thinking it in my head or talking to myself. Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely weird. And yeah, as you put it in your bag, it looks closer to a crystal ball than it does ice at this point. It looks more like glass. It still tasted like ice. It's just doing a lot of weird things. But yeah, I assume you all are moving through the cave, like continuing walking, while Rex either monologues or thinks about ways to phrase this on his resume. But yeah, you do notice after a bit, the cave, like the path you're on, starts to go down. Just gets deeper. It starts with like a very subtle slant, and then you actively notice it as like your steps are getting heavier.
Well, I'll kind of check with the group. If they want to go forward, I'll keep pushing.
Yep, I'm fine with going forward.
I guess there's nowhere else to go. Yeah.
Cool. You keep marching onward. Yeah, the path goes deeper. It is starting to get very warm in the cave itself. Surprisingly, the deeper you go. Like, it starts to get, okay, it's a little uncomfortable, and then it gets to what feels more like regular walking in the desert temperatures. Where, like, you're actively sweating. It's just uncomfortable.
Should we hold the ice to our faces to cool down?
if you want to, sure. It's up to you. If you do, it has the same effect that it had with Rex. It like zaps you. It's like a really bad static shock. It's not actually painful. I mean, it's a little painful, but it's not like causing actual damage to you. It's just unpleasant. So it's cool and relieving for just a second, and then shocks you.
And then incredibly unpleasant.
Yeah. So I guess it depends how badly you want to do that. Okay. You can, I guess. But yeah, as you continue on, I will say after a little bit, you don't need the torch anymore for light because you actually see some toward the end of the tunnel that you're in. It seems to be like
circle.
Well, you see a wall and then another turn, so it's not that weird of an assumption.
I'll complete the circle. Do I see our truck?
You walk out, and you are in an area that looks the same as the cave that you started at. And you look out and you see outside, but your truck's not there.